Hey everybody, this is Maddie with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're doing very well wherever it is in the world that you may be listening to my voice. Hey, question for you right off the bat. When I absorb the daily cryptocurrency news, I usually do it in the morning before breakfast with a cup of coffee. How do you guys go about that out there in the Altcoin Buzz army? What are your habits? Do you have maybe a cigar, a glass of lemonade, glass of cognac perhaps? Maybe you do it while sunbathing. Just a thought that struck my mind for whatever reason. I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments below how you go about absorbing the news when you watch videos like this one. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what's affecting the world of cryptocurrency. We're going to take a little bit of a glimpse at the market, which is kind of flat, marginally up since yesterday. But we do have some anomalies and some outliers that are performing pretty well, which I want to take a quick look at. We're going to take a look at, I think now for the third day in a row, at this New York Stock Exchange story, the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, Intercontinental Exchange, and what they're planning to do by expanding the space, by creating an ecosystem. So we'll get Licia's take on that story. We're taking a look at this hybrid product that's being offered that's half crypto Bitcoin mining rig, half television, and that's being reported by the South China Morning Post. So pretty interesting consumer option that's being made available. We'll take a deeper look into that. But we begin, guys, as always, on altcoinbuzz.io with this Newsflash today by Luke. This was the news. So again, this is a feature that we've rolled out. It's been getting a great response. And if you're not checking in daily on either altcoinbuzz.io or if you're not watching the daily news pieces, this is a really good way to catch yourself up and to become, to make sure that you're up to speed with the latest developments in the crypto space, because there are so many of them. Like I said in the past, trying to keep up with the news sometimes is like trying to get a sip of water from a fire hose. It's just really difficult to do, and it's not always possible, to be frank. So taking a look at the top 4 or so stories we have at number 1, owner of the New York Stock Exchange launches crypto trading platform. That's been a big story, of course. We're going to briefly glance at it again today, but make sure you're up to speed with the details of that. Number 2, Coinbase customers can now buy crypto with the British pound. Again, as I've joked about before, Coinbase is taking over the world, making it easier and easier for their customers in little ways like this to purchase and to trade cryptocurrency. Story number 3, Binance is one step closer to making crypto adopted. And finally, rounding out the newsflash, Gibraltar football team gets paid in crypto, which is a great precedent to observe in the sporting world. Let us know what you guys think about these stories. We've identified them as being some of the most important of the week, so do be sure to check them out and leave a comment for Luke in the article comment section below. Taking a look at the market, again, we're up marginally, just a little bit, the slightest, just barely detectable bounce from yesterday's lows. So nothing too special in the top 10 here, other than actually IOTA up over 7%, not too bad. But taking a look at the 24-hour gainers, those that have performed most notably, and for the second or third day in a row, I gotta say, Empowr coin is knocking it out of the park. 33.36% gains in the last 24 hours. And these guys have come out of nowhere. They're sitting at a market cap of $141 million, currently number 63 in the top 100. And I gotta say, I don't know too much about them. Taking a look at their Twitter profile, they don't have a ton of information here, to be frank. Empowr is a democratic social economy. It is uniquely enabling the, quote, sharing of everything, also known as everything fast and free. All right, a little bit vague, but interesting marketing. And then the rest of their tweets are mostly about their performance, which I got to admit is pretty solid. You can see here that they have some very solid metrics as far as their recent growth, which stands out that much more because everything, most recently in the last few days, the last few weeks has been either flat or declining. So I'll give them credit where credit's due in that regard. They have grown quite a bit. Imagine a future where everything we want or need is in our hands, fast for virtually free. I don't know, it sounds like the communist coin to me, but they, reading on ahead here, they do talk about how we're committed to democracy, sustainability, and justice. So there, I guess, is balancing it out. That's a good thing. I've not heard about Empowr coin more than this. It's something that if you guys are interested in, perhaps we'll do a deeper look into it, provide you with a bit of a featurette. But excellent performance in these last few days and very surprising, I got to say, amid an otherwise market that's very much in a red sea at the moment. So let's keep an eye on Empowr coin. Let's see what they're up to. Let's see if they can sustain this exuberance and excitement. So this is Licia's take on the news that we've been reporting on for a few days now. New York Stock Exchange owner launches a crypto trading platform. We're not going to go over this at length because I think most of you are already up to speed with at least the bare details of this story, but it's big news. And part of me is so bewildered by the fact that the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies hasn't reacted more favorably, because this is massive news. Intercontinental Exchange, ICE, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, is making a big move together with Microsoft and Starbucks. Those are two big names. Together, it is launching a new digital asset platform which promises to be revolutionary. Let's give you some quotes here. Quote, in bringing regulated, connected infrastructure together with institutional and consumer applications for digital assets, we aim to build confidence in the asset class on a global scale, consistent with our track record of bringing transparency and trust to previously unregulated markets. That's courtesy of ICE's CEO, Jeffrey Sprecher. So that's pretty good news. Another quote here, quote, Starbucks will leverage the platform to allow their customers to use digital assets at their coffee shops. Can you imagine if that's something that caught on? I was watching another video recently and the analyst suggested that that's really the place where a lot of younger people, a lot of millennials, for example, will want to have a use case, sort of a practical use case for spending their cryptocurrencies. And look, Starbucks is a trendy place. Maybe you like it, maybe you dislike it. But I feel that that is the kind of place where a consumer interchange could take place. We're just at the very beginning stages of this whole deal and this ecosystem that they're purportedly trying to create. But I think the potential is huge. So we've been talking about this a lot. We're not going to go over it too much more. You can check out Licia's article for more details. You can also read about it here on The Verge. New York Stock Exchange owner is launching a Bitcoin exchange. And on Nordic Business Insider, the owner of the New York Stock Exchange is teaming up with Microsoft and Starbucks to build an ecosystem for crypto. As long as it's done diligently and carefully, I think this is exactly what we need. This is going to be something that pushes us down that path toward greater mainstream adoption. And CNBC, of course, covering this as well. New Starbucks partnership with Microsoft allows customers to pay for Frappuccinos with Bitcoin. There you go. Let us know what you think about this development. I've heard some negative opinions for whatever reason. They feel like there are some potential mismanagement issues that may arise. I think it's good on the whole, but let us know your thoughts, of course, in the comments below. And finally today, this article also by Alicia, why not mine with a TV set? So Canaan, the second biggest manufacturer of Bitcoin mining equipment, has launched a curious product which might hit the crypto enthusiast's sweet spot. From now on, your TV set will allow you to watch Netflix shows and mine crypto, reports the South China Morning Post. What is this all about? So the TV set is called Avalon Miner Inside. Its processing power is 2.8 trillion hashes per second, but its most powerful machine is capable of even more, 11 trillion hashes per second. The device is powered by an AI, has voice-controlled features, and can produce certain calculations. For instance, it can determine Bitcoin mining profitability in real time. Quote, the product launch comes after Canaan submitted an application for an initial public offering in Hong Kong in May, which is expected to raise as much as $1 billion, writes the South China Morning Post. Quote, the digital currency earned can be used to buy entertainment content or physical gifts through Canaan's platform. Again, that's per the South China Morning Post. This is interesting because if it's the sort of thing, you're buying a television set, it's probably not the most powerful miner in the world as far as mining hardware. But if you're already buying a television set, whatever amount you want to spend on that, and you can add on this extra piece of hardware, which is really just something that's in the background, is mining. That, to the extent that this catches on, that could be the kind of thing that for those people on the fence may entice them to purchase this product. And then they can, whatever, I'll sort out the details later. But yeah, mining Bitcoin, mining crypto, I hear people have made a lot of money off of that. And who knows, if this catches on, that could be a significant development in terms of crypto adoption, at least an indirect development by way of people purchasing this, and whether or not they become active in crypto. Hey, they have the mining capabilities, they have the technology, it's at their disposal if they choose to pursue it further. So there are some criticisms related to this, of course. The innovation has received mixed reviews. It looks like a lot of hype. Yeah, that's possible. There's also the discussion here of the fact that we're really looking at $9,000 per Bitcoin. We need that figure to be attained again before mining becomes profitable. It would be interesting to see, what is the markup on some of these televisions? How much more are they charging, given that it comes with this Bitcoin hardware, this mining technology built into it? But I don't know. I mean, if this is the sort of thing, if you're selling millions and millions of TVs, some of which may be equipped, who knows, maybe even all of which would be equipped with mining hardware, if this really takes off, that could make a pretty big difference. And that could really move the needle as far as hash power out there in the world. That could make a difference economically in terms of what we're all doing with Bitcoin and the mining industry. So interesting take. Make sure you read Alicia's article, leave her a comment. Let us know below, would you purchase a TV that had built-in crypto or Bitcoin mining capabilities? I don't think it's the worst idea in the world, as long as they can get away with selling it at a competitive price point. If you want to read more, you can check out Canaan's website here. Take a look at all the specifications and what it is they're putting into these televisions. Seems like an ambitious project, and I don't think it's the worst idea in the world, personally, as long as it's economically competitive within the television market. Of course, that's my caveat as I look at it. And you can read about that as well on the South China Morning Post. Canaan launches world's first Bitcoin mining television set. Again, let us know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And do make sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News. Follow us as well on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the fun stuff. Hey guys, if you haven't caught up with the latest video, do be sure to check it out. Check out our site, altcoinbuzz.io. If you do choose to invest, I wish you happy investing. We will see you all again soon in a new video. Take care for now, ladies and gentlemen of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Have a great day.